I think the Edexcel exam papers are really accessible for all of our students across all the trust. The format of the papers is really easy to sort of follow. The students know that the questions are ramped in demand, so they know that if they don't quite access the full question, they know if they move on to the next one, that they're able to sort of access it again. And it gives all students a really good attempt at finishing an entire paper. They know that the questions at the end, yes, they're going to be more difficult, but there's probably going to be some parts of it that they can easily access.
We spent a lot of time looking at access words, so we've looked at the Pearson sort of definitions for what each access word means and what the examiners will look for in the answers. At the same time, we look at the question stems, because for a lot of our students it's the 6-mark question where if they see lots of blank lines they struggle. So what we'll try and do is try and get them to underline, look at key information that's within the question stems to start formulating an answer, and we find that's actually been really effective.
We have to try and cater for everybody. So at the moment the main one is literacy. We're trying to sort of focus in on developing language skills. So we try and include that in all the lessons. Vocabulary is particularly important because they need to remember the key words which they need to remember for the actual exams.
It's about differentiating what you deliver to students now. For example, if you've got a low ability class, then maybe what we need to focus on is the sort of factual knowledge recall of stuff, because if they know the basics, the cores, a core understanding, then what we can do is we can get them to start applying it. Whereas with our higher ability students, I think what we've got to do is get them to think about more application, more evaluation of what they're doing and understanding how science leads into the real world.